All right, here we are. Ladies and gents, I don't know why I say ladies and gents every time, but I guess you're used to it. We've got stranded, and sometimes players know what to do. You put your villagers and your pigs into the transport and you sail off, and you normally want to build your town centers and buildings elsewhere. Oh my god! What is happening today? Oh my god! Red is playing stranded as you would expect, and has transported the vills, and it's going to build the TC on the massive island in the middle. But Blue says this island is perfectly fine and just builds a TC with one vill, is mining gold with another, and is farming with another. Oh my god, welcome to 400 Elo. The wild thing is, this was like really fast from Blue. Like, Blue didn't even hesitate. I'm going to assume that this is still Blue's first time playing this. You definitely should not try this, by the way. You should probably do it as Red's doing it. But let's see if Cammy has a chance here. We've got Cammy Fur and the Blue down here. The tiny little island TC. Is now going to sail around with the transport ship. Look around a little bit. And then playing as the Turks, we have Callie. But the problem for Blue, of course, is going to be... You're going to have to ferry your villagers over to the other side eventually. There's only 8 trees here. There's not a lot of space for farms. There is 2 tiles of gold. There are 2 pigs. So I guess there's some positives. The positive will be the base cuteness level is off the charts. The other positive would be that Red will probably never find Blue here. But I just wasn't expecting this, man. The sad part's going to happen is when Blue... Hopefully Blue brings the transport back in time. Maybe Blue's looking at this island right now and is like, is Red here? Blue seems to be inspecting the enemy island with the transport and is like, wait a second. Why is there not a town center there? That's weird. Is really looking around in there. But yeah, eventually Blue should probably transport villagers over here. And this transport is just scouting. Meanwhile, Red, looking around with the villager, bringing in some water buffalo. Probably needs to take the boar. Hasn't been a perfect start from Red, of course. This is a very hard style map. But the idea is there for Red, and the space is there for Red. Man, Blue is still... Blue just won't stop moving. Time to send the transport somewhere else for now, I guess. It'd be... Yeah, this would be so good if Blue actually says something and asks where Red is or something. That'd be so funny. But, hey, Vill count's even, guys. We actually have a game. It's the beauty of low elo, right? At mid ranks or high elo, you have to play a certain way or just completely dead. But here, anything can happen. Okay, a dock now. Now, this is good. A dock is good. You could add fishing ships and fish these marlin, and there's some tuna. There's some dolphins out there as well. Both players really should be trying to prioritize that. Managing that is tough, right? Because you need to have food income right now, but then you also need the wood income for the fishing ships. And Blue, for the first time, is needed to build their own house. You do start with this hut. Is the tree built into the hut? Oh, that's weird. Can you even chop that tree? Oh, I guess it's like... That's super weird. I've selected the tree, and look at where it is visually versus the white box. I'm very excited to see Blue chop this tree now. I want to know what direction the villagers are chopping. But Blue's transport is coming home. Took a little trip around the world. And maybe Blue will send some villagers to the middle here. Maybe. I mean, even just one villager to scout and find some water buffalo would be tough. But this is so hard, man, because you got to use the transport ship. It's not easy to do. Okay, here we go. Into the transport they go. And 5 villagers are going to move to the new land in the middle. Ah, the tree has been chopped and the stump kind of moved. That's weird. Okay. And now blue has made it. Has made it, but is running into the darkness and doesn't really have the wood for a lumber camp. So that's kind of brutal. But we'll hopefully soon have the wood for a lumber camp. And then that'd probably be the best thing for these villas to do for now. Lumber. And then you can use one of those villas to scout for other things if you need to. Oh, man. Now blue needs a house as well. Really awkward. Really awkward. It's almost as if you shouldn't build your town center here. Blue is building a lumber camp, but blue needs the wood for a house at the same time. Meanwhile, red still has an adding of fishing ships. Red is taking a lot of the turtle there from the shoreline. Red's doing all right. Red hasn't actually moved a lot. Red has kept the transport ship here. So looking at the score at the bottom right, blue's actually way ahead just because of the scouting. Blue still hasn't prioritized building a house. Blue will do that now. And I think we're realizing this map's kind of hard. And 400 elo struggling to manage everything. But at the same time, doing a pretty solid job, you know? All right. So, guys, let's talk positives. Help me out, Twitch chat. Obviously, blue it's going to be tough because there's going to be a lot of villagers here with no jobs soon. But let's talk positives. What is a positive of blue's island TC? I would say positive number 1. It's very difficult for the opponent to find this. Also, yeah, it looks cool. There's style. It looks cute. Positive number 2 or 3 or 4. YouTube will immediately root for you. I think people always want the player who does the weird thing to win. So you got some fans. That's smart. Cozy. All right. Beachfront properties, secluded in private islands. Nice. Okay, great stuff. I don't know what the market's like for this. I don't know how many people are going to buy this. All right, negatives. Difficult to manage. Very time-consuming to constantly transport the villagers. You are then not safe with any of the villas that are not on the island. Right? So if you get attacked, you can't hide in your TC. You are Khmer, though, so you can hop inside the houses. So there is that. I'd say the other negative of not building up here is that you didn't find as much as Red did. Like, Red's been here for a while, so Red used a villager to wander around and, like, found a lot of stuff. But I guess it's not too bad. I mean, Red is ahead. Red has just done a better job at keeping villas flowing. But it's doable. You guys are treating this like it's a I don't know, some realty show. Which is funny. Prone to flooding. Okay, another dock now from blue. I mean, fishing on this map is really solid. Also, generally speaking, if you know where the opponent's island is here, you probably know their main base should be nearby. That's something to think about. And I've had some games, I played a couple stranded games so far, where the islands are really close together, and then the players are really close together. Blue is building a barracks, so maybe we'll see some aggression at some point. Red is going for this interesting little box method. Houses and lumber camp even all in a very nice straight line. I think we'll see both players in feudal age soon. And very straight farms here from Red. I think Turks would really want to be on stone maybe for some janissaries. So the stone is there if Red chooses to go for that. But we'll see if that is the plan. Blue is on the way to feudal, and Red's on the way to feudal. And blue will go mine some stone. The nice thing now is most of the villagers have been moved off of this island, so you're not constantly transporting vills. What's up, Rebs? Thanks for the 52. It's Mint. Thank you for the prime. Oh, Super Cat Thief gifted subs during the countdown. Thank you. Yeah, uptimes are close. Population's close enough. I think Red's eco is pretty inefficient. Like, I'm watching the Lumberjacks now, and it's kind of stressing me out. So, Blue's eco is way more efficient than this. Villagers are very close to the lumber camp, and also Khmer farms. And we've got a couple militia here from Blue. I think these are scouting militia. That seems to be the meta from some of the other games I've seen. So, yeah, next 2 subs, or resubs, I will name the militia after you. That's the game. You can name them anything. Unless your name is, like, really offensive. But, I mean, if Twitch allows it, then it's probably fine. And just gonna scout around the map. Back in the day, there was an upgrade called tracking you had to research. It was like 25 or 75 food. It would give infantry more vision. That is just auto-included on infantry now, but I'll never forget that upgrade. What's up, NZ? Okay, so here we've got NZ. NZ. Did I spell that right? Yeah, I did. Thank you for the resub. Fiona gifted a sub. Fiona, I'm going to put you here because you gifted the sub. But the other half of the reason is the person you gifted it to has a very, very, very long German-looking name that I'm definitely not going to be able to say or spell right. So we got NZ, who might meet his NZ, and then we've got Fiona. NZ, thanks for the sub. You're about to die. Yeah, I mean, if you scout the wrong areas here, the Komodos are waiting for you. It would be something, though, if you could get all the Komodos away from the middle, so you don't run into them later. I just wouldn't suggest bringing the Komodo dragons back to your people. Oh, God. I think Enzi is going to try and survive here. Does Blue have Loom? Blue does have Loom. Oh, there's a scout now. That's immediately on auto scout for Blue. Is he running to the transport ship? The militia has wandered too far. The dragons haven't eaten in weeks. The militia must save himself. He must find some way of escape. Is there a lost sailor, perhaps, who needs a friend, who is willing to save them? Oh, look, there's Buffalo. Well, okay. There was a transport ship there. I really was scripting that. That would have been perfect. But I think the militia is just going to accept that this is how he dies. What's the speed difference here? Militia is actually faster than the Komodos. So technically could maybe survive. I should look elsewhere. There is a scout attacking a couple scouts. Not interested. I'm more interested in the Komodos. Oh, there's some support now. The scout's here to help. Nope, the scout doesn't care. Never mind. The scout's jealous. He wants a club. He doesn't get a club. Is the militia going to die in the enemy village? Oh, there's another militia walking by, not helping. I think he is going to die in the enemy village and attempt to do some damage with this. This is all calculated, and the enemy doesn't have Loom either. There's 2 villagers there, but there's more over here. Oh, and he deletes it. He deletes the militia. What a champ. What a champ. And now the Komodos are going to feast. You wanted to taste militia? Well, no, you'll take what you can get. You can take some villagers. Damn. That was sick. That was sick. That took a long time. I'm going to have to fast forward that for YouTube. Komodo Dragon Rush. Overpowered, man. Well played. Did Blue do anything else while that was happening? I'm not too sure. Hey, Blue is on the way to Castle H. Blue did scout the map. Red is in Castle Age, though. Red has light cav. And Red knows the enemy's got to be near because there's been a bunch of units around. I think these are on auto scout, though. They seem to be moving in the same weird path. Maybe they've just been selected around the map. If red finds blue right now, blue has big problems. If blue doesn't get spotted, blue's okay. Blue needs to be in castle age and building a TC here fast. This is the whole weakness of the strategy, is you don't have a TC to protect yourself out here. By the way, Fiona, you're still alive. So you're still good. I appreciate the subs. I'm not going to name every single military unit. It's just fun to do with those moments. The dragons are still hanging out here. They might get more kills. They don't attack scouts, though. They will attack knights, though, I think. And red still hasn't found the enemy. Red knows the enemy's out there, obviously. But the conditions have been stressful enough. And now red is going to find blue with the light cav. And this base is wide open, man. Like, this is all super exposed. But is red just passing? Just passing. Red might actually fight back now. I think red might have heard the sound effect from collecting the buffalo. Well, no. Just passing. Okay. It is really stressing me out that blue doesn't have a TC here. With a town center here, I feel so much better about their situation. And okay, a couple of villagers will build that. Also, pikeman upgrade. There will be a couple pikes out now to defend the area. Just smart. Red clearly just set waypoints all around the map. And red doesn't seem to be the most aggressive player ever. I mean, blue as well. Blue Komodo Dragon Rush, but that's about it. We do see a tower, though. We do see some siege being massed with the pikes, so blue might make a push, and red's resources are looking incredible. Oh, God. No, not again. Guys, I made a video on this. It's called The Most Confusing Text in AoE. It's kind of a fun little Easter egg, a fun little thing we look for on streams in low elo. People think that clicking the coin just gives you, you know, it's a gold coin. It gives you gold. It's good. But coinage reduces the tax when you send resources to an ally. It doesn't work in 1v1s. So it's literally a waste of resources. There's no benefit, but people just look at it and say, coin is good. Coin can't be bad. It must be, yeah, a money glitch. Now, there's also banking, which has multiple coins on the image. So, and that's also pretty expensive. Do people not read the tooltips? See, that's what chatters always say. Guys, when I play, I just freaking click stuff. I don't spend time reading. I don't want to pause. I want to play, like, I assume a lot of things when I play a game, and I did when I started playing AoE as well. How, like, think about it logically. How can clicking in a game where gold is important, how can clicking coin be bad? Logic would tell you there's probably some benefit. So I can understand the mistake. It's fun, though, that mistake happens. Fiona, you've now been upgraded to a man-at-arm. Congratulations on that. But red is on the way to imp, and blue's army hasn't really attacked. Red knows blue is around here, but we haven't seen much more. We are definitely seeing the AI army approach from blue. Couple pikes, couple light cav, man-at-arm, knight, elephant, ram, scorpion, mangonel. Little bit of everything. How can you counter everything is the thought process. The Komodos have died. Sorry to any Komodo fans, but they did their job. Timing here feels critical. If blue attacks right now, red has issues. But if red has a couple minutes, I think it gets very different. I wanted to see red scouting here. So I can't tell. I guess these are not auto scout. The way they're moving around is pretty wild, though. They could have just set those two villagers on those two units on a path. Like, is red looking at this or not? I can't tell. The units are moving so random. I guess red is looking at it now. Red's making knights. Red has some skirms as well. Not exactly the strongest move with Turks. But blue doesn't have many upgrades here. The siege is really strong with the Khmer. The elephant should be pretty strong as well. And red is having some issues here. Red will get a relic. Red's eco is better. Red wants to build a castle as well. Oh, no! Don't build a castle there! Yikes, dude. Well, some people don't read what their texts do, and some people just say, I hope this castle goes up, but if not, I'm dead. Not a whole lot more to it than that. I mean, the funny thing is it can go up. There's a lot going on. It's risky. Fiona's in there. The Rams are coming. The Vills still don't have loom. The Rams will eventually take this down if it completes. If it completes. 92%. Still building, though. Fiona? Fiona's in there. Oh, Fiona denies the castle and Capture Age crashes again. Jeez, dude. You see that? The whole screen goes white. So, did my game crash as well? Or did the game end? The game ended. So, I'm sorry about the flashbang. Full transparency on that. So I could lessen the quality in Capture Age. There's a way to turn down the graphics a lot, and the crashing would happen less. But I'm trying to give them more reports so this can be investigated. So we are kind of testing as we go. But that sucked. The castle completed, and then they quit, and they resigned. And so I don't know what we're going to do with that on YouTube. Maybe we should go back into the game. Because I don't want to intentionally flashbang people. Obviously, that was not my intention. Game over, though. Game over. Castle completed. Game ends. Because red just feels like they took too many losses here. And I guess that the castle was going to go down. That still may be winnable for red, though. Like that, a couple units come out of the castle, it's maybe very doable. The thing that's weird is they said something afterwards. The player who won said BRP. BRP burp? I thought the person who resigned said BRB, because that's a classic. But they just said burp. I don't know what that means. Yeah, and the person just quit after their castle went up.